been sitting here for a good minute, deciding whether I should respond to this or not. Now you can imagine, being in the Star Wars community and doing this for about 5 years, you see a lot of stuff. You see it from content creators, you see it from trolls. It's what it is, man. Not everyone in life is going to like you, and you and I share that, regardless of your feelings about me and mine about you. What I don't think is okay is when a Lucasfilm official is chiming in and gaslighting these sorts of behaviors of undermining one's emotions towards something that their own company created. I think it doesn't look good for the brand of Star Wars. I don't think it looks good for Lucasfilm or Disney or what they preach about inclusivity. Now, I can't see what Mr. Hidalgo is saying. He has a locked profile, but I can see that he's responded several times to this thread, which is making fun of me for being emotional over Luke Skywalker's return. I'm interjecting, so this is now 6 hours or so after I recorded the video that you've been watching. I didn't want to publish it because I needed more evidence. I didn't want to just jump to the gun and, upload the video and, have it be wrong. And I gave him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe, he was coming to my aid and be like, look, every fan deals with everything differently. But sure enough, no. He actually did chime in, along with the other tweets. He said emotions are not for sharing in response to that troll. He then went to delete it, and, after some people got on his case, thanks to you guys. And then he went and uploaded it as his cover photo for Twitter. This is a man who represents very high up in the Lucasfilm story group. For me, I grew up with these characters. I was born in 1990, well after the originals had come out, and I was introduced to Star Wars when I was 6 years old. So Luke Skywalker to me was a beacon of hope, man. Through chemo, through kids bullying me, bugging me, any hardship I had in life, he was my stronghold. And so to see his character after The Last Jedi, I was quite defeated, and I felt, this is not right. And to see him come back with this real vigor and the image of Luke, the hero that I always looked up to as a little boy, it was beautiful to see, and so that was my reaction. And for you to belittle that, it's very unprofessional, it's very wrong. You should be better than this. You're very high up in one of the biggest companies in the world and making some real cool stuff. So I would have expected better from you, to treat your fans with more respect. I just don't think this is an okay thing to do. When you're in this position of high power, you're a successful guy, you're working at the coolest company in the world, making, the coolest stuff. You shouldn't even be seen anywhere near these kinds of conversations, unless, and I could be totally wrong, he's just completely sticking up for me and saying, hey, this is not right. But judging by this response and the other responses under his tweets that, we can't see, I don't think that's the case. And given his track record of being extremely rude and volatile to fans for having differing opinions is not okay, regardless of how rude those fans are. You should never stoop to that level. You should always be the higher person. Always, always, always. Especially when you are who you are, man. Especially when you're like in this echelon of being so high up in Lucasfilm. Another thing, if you go into the likes and you count who the people are that like, this whole thing, there are a few missing, which only happens if you have a locked profile. Which leads me more to believe that, yeah, indeed, this guy is definitely just making fun of me and making fun of all the people who felt emotional over Luke's return, which is not okay if you're working at the company that produced that project. It's not inclusive. It's not good in any sense, and it just divides the entire fandom, which is the opposite of what your company stands for. I could go into maybe the reasons why he feels this way about me. I don't know him personally. I've tried following him. I respect his work and what he's done at Lucasfilm. I'm outspoken. I get it. I don't like The Last Jedi. I don't like Luke Skywalker. And he was responsible for a lot of the decisions made in that movie, and maybe he feels a certain type of way about me for having those opinions. But dude, It doesn't mean I think you're a bad guy. I just think you made decisions that I don't resonate with, with Luke Skywalker. And Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni made the decisions that I resonate with, and a lot of people resonate with. Take your licks, man. Don't stoop to this level. You're bigger than this. You're better than this. You're working for the coolest company in the world, and you're making some really cool stuff. You shouldn't be anywhere near this kind of garbage, undermining how a person feels, how a fan feels about your product, about something that you work for. I'll see you guys later. It's weird, man.